Shemu'el Ri'shon chapter 18. And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking unto Shaul, that the soul of Jehonathan was knit with the soul of David, and Jehonathan loved him as his own soul. And Shaul took him that day, and would let him go no more home to his father's house. Then Jehonathan and David cut a covenant, because he loved him as his own soul. And Jehonathan stripped himself of the robe that was upon him, and gave it to David, and his garments, even to his sword, and to his bow, and to his belt. And David went out whithersoever Shaul sent him, and behaved himself wisely. And Shaul set him over the men of war, and he was accepted in the sight of all the people, and also in the sight of Shaul's servants. And it came to pass as they came, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistine, that the women came out of all cities of Yasharel, singing and dancing, to meet King Shaul, with tabrets, with joy, and with instruments of music. And the women answered one another as they played, and said, Shaul has slain his thousands, and David his 10,000s. And Shaul was very wroth, and the saying displeased him, and he said, They have ascribed unto David 10,000s, and to me they have ascribed but thousands, and what can he have more but the kingdom? And Shaul eyed David from that day and forward. And it came to pass on the morrow, that the evil ruach from Elohim came upon Shaul, and he prophesied in the midst of the house, and David played with his hand, as at other times, and there was a javelin in Shaul's hand. And Shaul cast the javelin, for he said, I will smite David even to the wall with it. And David avoided out of his presence twice. And Shaul was afraid of David, because Yahweh was with him, and was departed from Shaul. Therefore Shaul removed him from him, and made him his captain over 1,000, and he went out and came in before the people. And David behaved himself wisely in all his ways, and Yahweh was with him. Wherefore when Shaul saw that he behaved himself very wisely, he was afraid of him. But all Yasharel and Yehudah loved David, because he went out and came in before them. And Shaul said to David, Behold my elder daughter Merab, her will I give you to be your woman. Only be valiant for me, and fight Yahweh's battles. For Shaul said, Let not my hand be upon him, but let the hand of the Philistine be upon him. And David said unto Shaul, Who am I, and what is my life, or my father's family in Yasharel, that I should be son-in-law to the king? But it came to pass at the time when Merab Shaul's daughter should have been given to David, that she was given unto Adriel the Mechalathi to be his woman. And Michal Shaul's daughter loved David, and they told Shaul, and the thing pleased him. And Shaul said, I will give him her, that she may be a snare to him, and that the hand of the Philistine may be against him. Wherefore Shaul said to David, You shall this day be my son-in-law in the one of the two. And Shaul commanded his servants, saying, Commune with David secretly, and say, Behold, the king has delight in you, and all his servants love you, now therefore be the king's son-in-law. And Shaul's servants spoke those words in the ears of David. And David said, Does it seem to you a light thing to be a king's son-in-law, seeing that I am a poor man and lightly esteemed? And the servants of Shaul told him, saying, On this manner spoke David. And Shaul said, Thus shall you say to David, The king desires not any dowry but 100 foreskins of the Philistine, to be avenged of the king's enemies. But Shaul thought to make David fall by the hand of the Philistine. And when his servants told David these words, it pleased David well to be the king's son-in-law, and the days were not expired. Wherefore David arose and went, he and his men, and slew of the Philistine 200 men. And David brought their foreskins, and they gave them in full measure to the king, that he might be the king's son-in-law. And Shaul gave him Michal his daughter to be his woman. And Shaul saw and knew that Yahweh was with David, and that Michal Shaul's daughter loved him. And Shaul was yet the more afraid of David, and Shaul became David's enemy continually. Then the princes of the Philistine went forth, and it came to pass, after they went forth, that David behaved himself more wisely than all the servants of Shaul, so that his name was set by greatly.